Grandma, can we read a story from the fairy tale storybook, the glowing one?
Ah, the fairy tale storybook. Every page holds a little magic. Let's see where it takes us tonight.
The Moonweaver's Secret. High above the world, where stars drift in ancient silence and weave silver secrets into the velvet night, the Moonweaver worked. Her fingers danced across the cosmic loom, stitching peace into the fabric of dreams. But one night, a single glimmer, a tiny thread of moonlight slipped free. It tumbled, unnoticed, through layers of clouds and stardust. Down, down it fell, until it vanished from the sky. Far below, nestled in valleys draped in mist, a quiet kingdom slept beneath a pale sky. Its flowers drooped before blooming. Laughter echoed faintly as if forgotten. Children played, but not for long. Smiles flickered, then faded. Something was missing. A light, a feeling. But no one could name it. No one remembered what had been lost. Yet in a tiny house with creaky floorboards and a window that looked up, one girl stirred. Her eyes, bright as morning dew, blinked open. Hair like twilight curled over her shoulders. She sat up, not from a dream, but from a pull. She felt it, deep in her chest, like a string tugging gently at her ribs. Something was calling, or waiting. Something that had forgotten how to be found. She tied a silver ribbon to her wrist, one her grandmother had tucked in an old box. It was frayed, cool to the touch, and shimmered faintly. As it brushed her skin, something stirred in the ribbon. A memory? A whisper? She wasn't sure. But her heart beat louder. And the ribbon pulsed back as if it remembered her too. She walked for hours, then days, through forests where trees leaned close and across fields blanketed in morning hush, until the world grew quiet and the fog wrapped around her ankles like question marks. There, carved in stone, older than time, yawned the Cave of Whispers. Its mouth, breathed shadows. Its silence listened, and still she stepped in. Inside, the dark was thick and alive. It whispered lies, soft and sharp. You are too small. You will forget. You are nothing. But her steps did not pause. The ribbon at her wrist shimmered, defiant, and her light, gentle, quiet, glowed brighter with each step. Fear pressed in, but courage is not loud. It is the voice that says, "Go anyway." From the deepest corner of the cave, where breath turned to frost, something swirled. A laugh and a cry twisted together. The wind spirit unfurled, eyes like storms, body like smoke, cradling a glowing thread in trembling hands. It had tried to guard it or hide it. Even it had forgotten why. But pain was in its shape, loneliness in its motion. The girl reached out, slowly, gently. No fear, only kindness. The spirit snarled, then hesitated. No command came from her lips, no demands. Only stillness, only hope. And when her fingers touched the thread, it didn't burn. It sang. A shimmer passed between them. The wound in the wind spirit softened, not healed, but seen. The thread brightened, a memory found. Far above, in the star-strewn quiet, the moonweaver paused. Her loom, long still, gave a sigh. The thread had returned, the balance shifted. She brushed her hand over the loom, and the constellations flickered. Not just in light, but in harmony. She came down in silence, wrapped in moonlight. Her hair flowed like a comet's trail, her gown woven of the night itself. The girl stood beneath her, unblinking. "I didn't fix it," she said. The weaver smiled. "You remembered it." And from her palm, the thread unspooled, soft, warm, and glowing. "For choosing not to forget," the weaver whispered. "For choosing hope when forgetting was easier." The kingdom did not erupt in cheers. There were no grand fireworks, no songs, only subtle things. A flower bloomed where one had wilted. A baker hummed an old tune without knowing why. A child laughed longer than usual. The sky held a shimmer it hadn't known in years, The people didn't know they had healed, but their hearts breathed easier. And high above it all, the moon weaver stitched again, star to star, thread to thread, each one a story, each one a memory returned. Some threads will break, that is true, but some are held by those who choose to remember, who choose to mend. And in those hands, the sky will always shine. Even when the thread is lost, even when the world forgets, there is always someone who will remember, someone who will choose hope, kindness, and courage, not because they are strong, but because they care. And that's what keeps the sky stitched together. Back in the quiet room, the story came to a gentle close. The book shut softly, its cover glowing with a warm light. And the little voice whispered,
Can we read another one tomorrow?